What up, everybody? It's your boy King of Games 80. Welcome back to King's Nation. It's been quite a while, actually. I've been posting Witcher videos for a while, and that's because they're not anything recent. I have a bunch of videos saved up in case of emergencies or some things that's happened or where I can't actually stream for whatever reason, and I'm about to get into those reasons. As you can see by the title, um, I have lost my dog. It's been a few days after this video has been up. After. It's been, I think, about a week now. Uh, it's been hard. I was hoping I didn't have to ever really make a video about this, or didn't think I would make a video about this, but I end up have to, actually, because I want to share everything that I do with you guys. So I thought it would be best to do this. I'm not really gonna play Minecraft. I'm just talking. So to give you guys updates of what's going on, it's best to do it on the channels, my creative world I've been working on for the channel. And guys, it's been tough. It has been. I'm trying to hurry up and load all this stuff up. Because after my dog passed, I was trying to then find my internet's allowing me to stream. So I thought I'd show off this world for a bit, but just talking about my dog and updates to a lot of things. Oops, I didn't mean to drop that. That's and get that back. Give me here. Thank you. About the Dolphins. So back to what I was saying. After I lost my dog, I was planning on making a video to, a little memory of her, and then before I could do that, my internet was all wonky, so I had to wait because I guess I don't know how my internet works, something about data and whatever and whatnot. So I had to wait for the whole billing cycle to reset, and when it did, my internet was really bad and garbage, and we had to do a lot of phone calls to fix everything, so I couldn't stream. So luckily I had a bunch of backup videos on Witcher. Man, guys, I don't even know where to begin. I remember when I got my dog. I was begging for my mom to get a dog. When I was a little kid, and then after a while, the thought of a dog just kind of left my mind because we already discussed it. We didn't have money for her to keep care of the dog and all that stuff. And then one of my mom's friends ended up giving us her dog for I don't know the reason why. She was a little pure Chihuahua, all black, and she had an attitude. Not with my mom though. She was like all loving mom, but with me, she always bark at me. She'll growl. My sister, but for whatever reason, she loved my brother. Uh, I thought my dog looked funny because for whatever reason, the dentist, this is before we had her, the dentist decided to pull the wrong tooth or accidentally pulled the wrong tooth or whatever. So that was one tooth down, and then the doctor obviously had to pull the right tooth. So because of that, her tongue permanently, stuck out. She kind of looked like a dot doll, a little special, but I loved her. She was cute. She started warming up to the family a little bit more. Um, Before we moved in with my grandma, we had this. It wasn't a big house, but it was one story, a little story house. I was with my mom, in her bed, and I would run back in this hallway, and that's how my dog would chase us back and forth. Me, my brother, my sister. Didn't matter who it was. That dog would always jump off and chase us down the hallway because I don't know, whether she didn't want us to go or she was just like making sure she was like, get away from my territory or whatever. And then my mom's room was, I guess, next to the garage. So every time my mom left, the dog would be all sad. But then, she'll go back on the bed, and I would watch her do this for like hours. Off the bed, come back on the bed, jump off the bed, come back. She wouldn't even go anywhere. She'd just jump off the bed just for the sake of jumping off the bed. It was weird. But every time my dog heard the garage door open, she would whimper and be all excited. And then after a while we moved here, we noticed for a while that, she started to get more white and she didn't want to play as much more, but definitely still jumping off that damn bed, back and forth, back and forth. But she didn't even want to beg for her treats anymore either, which was kind of sad because she would like jump up and want to do this little trick or whatever. She didn't even do that anymore. She was like, just give me the damn treat. I'm old. So we did. After a while, I didn't think, there was nothing my dog could do to bond because she's always wanted mom, and then when mom was left, she would kind of snuggle. She wouldn't snuggle next to me. She just be a little nicer to me because I gave her treats or whatever. And what ended up happening was one day I decided to watch Naruto. I think it was Shippuden on Toonami, and had it recorded. So I decided to watch it, and next thing I know, my dog, for whatever reason, decided to come out of her little bed that she made on mom's bed, and she plopped her little fluffy butt right next to me and staring at the TV. Now, I thought it was weird, because I was like, there's no way my dog is, like, all of a sudden, sitting next to me, wanting to watch anime and art. It was just weird. And ever since then, you know, she wouldn't always do it, but I'll turn on Naruto so I could watch it, because I love anime. And she would plop and sit, or she would turn around and look at the TV as if she was watching. Now I don't know if she was really watching it with me or whatever, or understanding what was going on, but she would just stare at the screen, watching my boy Naruto handle his business. After a while, I noticed that my dog got a little bit more bold, trying to sneak food from us. Now it's funny because mom, I don't know why mom would get mad at Polly. My dog name's Polly. If I didn't say that before, I don't know why my mom would get mad at Polly. If you leave food on your bed, this dog would get it. It would not be there when you come back. It will be gone, shredded, whatever. So instead of waiting for us to leave or forget our food, she would go right in to try to sneak it, like she was hunting or something. It was quite weird, and kind of funny at the same time. We had this pizza box, and mom went to the bathroom. Pizza box was in her bed or on her bed. I was watching. I can't remember what I was watching, but I noticed, my dog in the corner of my eye got a little closer to the box, a little more closer. I was trying to see, maybe she wants to sniff it or whatever. Just the box, which is no harm. And so I just kept an eye on her without her noticing, and she literally started trying to dig into the box to get the pizza. I looked at her like, Polly, this ain't for you. This is for us. This is people food. This is mine. And she just, I don't know, she just really just wanted the. This looks a lot better when I have the Halo thing on it. Yeah, it was just, how do I put it? It was just weird. Not only did she start doing that, but like even if we got Roberto's and we had that plastic, or not plastic, tinfoil, styrofoam, boxes and the food in it, she would try to lunge at it. Even if we opened it up. One time she actually got into the pizza box in one of my food. She just started chowing down, which is funny because she's a little chihuahua, purebred little chihuahua. Oh my god, it was she's just nuts. She would do that constantly, so we really had to watch her for our food. We were fighting to survive. My dog was like, listen, you take your eyes off that food, it's gonna be mine. And when my grandma fell in her room. I don't know what she did, but it was bad. We ended up have to on top of that, not only did that happen, our house flooded, so we had to get a hotel, and that was kind of fun towards the. It wasn't fun in the beginning because me and my mom had to share a bed, and we're both kind of big people, and my brother and sister they're scrawny, so they had the most room, but me and mom fighting over some elbow room, and that was nuts. So finally, we upgraded our rooms, and we each got our own bed. So that was nice. Thank God for that. We didn't have Polly then because Polly had to stay in this dog care because they didn't allow pets. And then this hotel, we switched over to a different hotel that allowed pets, and Polly came with us. And we thought she would be nervous, but Polly was pampered at that place a lot. So I don't know if that was a confidence boost for my dog or whatever. But out of nowhere, she started running down the hallways of the hotel, and I guess the people, yeah, we thought, what are they called, bellhops, maids, and whatever. We thought that they would get mad. That's why we always kind of try to keep her like, "Oh, Polly, get back here," because she would wait any chance she get to essentially like leave the hotel room. It was weird. Like if we let her, she would probably leave the hotel as itself. Yeah, probably invite only. One people join randomly. Um, but no, the maids loved her. The bellhop people loved her. Um, she what is that called? I forget what it's called, but has the luggage and you put it on there. It's easier for the bellhops to carry the luggage. My dog hopped on that once and just laid down, and the bellhop just like drove her around. It was quite cute. I wish I had videos of that. I just never thought of to do it. It was nuts. That dog was really crazy and nuts. You know, I wish to say that I was close to my dog, but I wasn't enough to like trolley. Yeah, that's what it's called, a trolley. I didn't know. I didn't think to like keep videos of her. There's one video I did record. I might post it on YouTube or maybe my Instagram. I don't know. But my dog got into this Jack in a box, and I hear a lot of noises, from my room. So I go and check to see what's going on with my dog, and this box is just stuck on her head. And poor thing, I don't know if she was licking the insides as it was stuck or she was trying to get it off. It was adorable. It was cute. I recorded for I think a minute, cause I wanted to show mom. And that's uh, that's one of the videos I have of her. And another thing was I took a picture of her when she I don't know why she did this, but we finished this pizza. Always back to pizza. Um, and we left it there. Mom went to the bathroom. I think I also went to the bathroom. We were watching The Flash. I get out of the bathroom before mom, and I look, and Polly, my little dog, is just sitting in the pizza box for no reason. Like, there's no pizza. She's not licking the box or anything, or if she was, I don't know what she was doing. But somehow she was able to open the box up, and she was able to get in it. And yeah, it's a good thing there wasn't pizza in there. But I don't know why she just chose to be like, "Hey, I'm in the pizza box now." I don't know. I just don't know. I took a picture of that. That was funny. But then slowly stuff started happening with my dog, and one of the reasons why my mom didn't want a dog was because one, to get attached, and two, the money. If something would have happened, we don't have the money, and something kind of did happen before all this, but we were able to get the money and take her in, and she was okay to go. Nothing was too serious, or whatever. Uh, but then she started getting older, and eventually, we switched foods for her. But the time we did, I think it was a little too late. My dog started walking weird. I just, she wasn't like, I don't know how to put it. Like, even though she was like 16 months old, you know, I don't know if she was actually 16, but we had her for like a very long time, for years. Um, how to put it, like, I don't know. She would just, she'll still jump off the bed. She struggled a couple of times, because the bed layout changed a bit. But she would always, get on the bed and like jump off the bed like it was nothing, like no problem. Even the stairs. But in the last moments of her, I noticed like she kind of like a little more time on the stairs, a little bit slower. I didn't think nothing of it at the time, and mom certainly didn't either until she started like wobbling as she walked, struggling to keep balance. She stopped eating for a while, and it wasn't nothing like we got her checked and for that, to see why she wasn't eating. She was fine, and we called our friend up who used to have her, and she was like, "Oh, she might like her food when it's stale, and if we got a fresh bag, then she probably doesn't like the freshness of her food." So I was like, "Wait a minute. So my dog's not eating, not because she's sick or something's wrong with her, it's because she doesn't like the food." And when that started happening, she started getting more bolder with us and trying to eat our food and wanting to give us her food, like or wanting to give our food to her. And I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do like this is my food. Like I'm hungry." And if you guys don't know this, but my mom was the type of person to not really go grocery shopping all the time, and she would wait for there's almost like practically nothing there in the fridge for her to go shopping. Plus she was really busy most of the time. So we're like, I'm like sitting at home with no food, waiting for some fast food to come my way. And this dog's like, "Well, let me get some." I'm like, no. So, but I gave her some. Man, and then we switched her food. She started eating again, and I catch her eating her food too when looking, or she thought when no one's looking. So she's doing some hunger strike or whatever, you know. And it was just funny. Eventually, I guess she quit the hunger strike. I guess we won that, and she was fine. But then the wobbling kind of got a little worse, and she got a little more slower on the stairs. And when I was little, I watched a lot of Animal Planet, and as a kid who loved animals at the time, really paid attention to how they walked, how they moved, all this kind of things, and watched out, all this stuff. Watched a lot of documentaries. So I noticed, my dog wasn't walking the same way as she used to. A lot different, a lot slower. She looked like she was almost dragging her foot at times. It was almost as if she got hurt. She even one point she got stung by a scorpion or pinched by one. We don't know which one it was, but she was fine. It took her like a champ. Wasn't so we thought. And when I say so we thought was because there's a point that I gotta bring up, and that was I guess my dog wouldn't tell us that if she was hurt or not, and me and my mom didn't know this at all. So we thought nothing of it. Nothing was wrong. And then one day, she just was standing in the hallway next to the stairs and just staring at, down there. And I thought, why is she like this and what's going on? And then, whew, mom wanted me to get her little bed that she's never really used to see what would happen. And she would lay there. And I got her. And I put it there, and she wouldn't lay. She was kind of still standing. But now that I actually got a really good closer, I realized just how old my dog has gotten, and she's really, really wobbling, and she's just swaying, almost if like the very breeze of the house is like swaying her back and forth. I really pay attention to that, and I was like, no, I think we need to take her in. Like something's clearly wrong, and we're trying to get money up together, and I was like, no, like something's really wrong. And one of the things that I'd never mentioned was that my dog didn't like me picking her up like at all. And I mean like really at all. And my dog never really licked. Like she never really liked to lick us or anything like that to show really much affection. Uh like at all. And this night was the night where we made this decision. It was really fast. I didn't wasn't prepared for it at all. I went in my room, played with the guys, my clan a bit on Halo. I come out, my mom's crying, and I'm just like, what's going on? And then my mom just says if we're gonna put Polly down tomorrow, and I was just like, whoa, like what time, like when, why, like, and she was like, like around 7, like really early in the morning, and I was like, that's nuts. Like this is my dog. This is it was, whew, man, I'm trying to cry. It was just like a shock. Like I never thought like it would get to that point to like have to put her down. My dog was strong. I honestly thought like if my dog was gonna go out, I honestly thought my dog would just peacefully pass away, like maybe when we're all sleeping or something. I honestly thought that's what was gonna happen, but to put her down ourselves, it was it was hard. It was really difficult, and I took that opportunity to save my good dog. But I picked her up, and she stayed there. Like she didn't want arms, and I thought that was weird. Like that's when I knew my dog might know what's gonna happen, or she knows like something's not right, and she's saying goodbye to us or letting us hold her because like she wasn't fighting me, and she honestly she fell asleep in my arms, and that was cute, and that's what mom pointed out, like she really doesn't let you pick her up, and I was like, that's right. I was holding her, and I went in my room, I turned off the Xbox and everything. I think was the Xbox off? Yeah, I think the Xbox was off. And I was holding her, and I was just in the dark, trying not to cry, just holding my dog like she sleeps, trying to comfort her or something. And my brother's knocking on the door, asking for the Xbox. I was like, "Do you not even know what's going on? Like, how dare you know? Like, that's all you can care about." And I came out of my room, holding Polly. I was gonna give her to mom so I can give him the Xbox. The mom told me he doesn't know yet. She didn't tell him, and I was like, "Oh." And I sat next to him, and me and mom we told him, and he started crying a bit, and man, he was scared to hold her because he thought he would hurt her. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to handle it, and eventually, I told him like, hey, this might be the final time. Like this is going to be like the final times. I understand. I don't think she's hurting, and I was still kind of against it a little bit. Like in my heart, like I don't know how to put it. Like normally, your heart is stopping you. The way you feel stops you from making sometimes the right decisions for what's best with someone else. But this time was like something was something. No, it's not yet. There's still maybe some time. My heart was like, no, we have to. It was opposite this time, you know. Or my heart was telling me no, and my brain was like, yeah, no, this needs to happen for her. Like, it's buffering. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. But whew. Yeah, no, everything was just it was hard, and my brother held her for a bit. He finally put her down or gave her to me, and he wanted the Xbox, I guess to distract him from Polly. And so I went to get some sleep. I just couldn't sleep, and my dog's right there next in the hallway. I was like, why is she, and I pick her up, and I lay in my room, and she falls asleep in my arms again. She's just like for like 2 hours, and then woke up, and in my hand, like, oh, like excessively, and I was looking at it, and then I had to remember, like, she doesn't normally like this, like, ever, and she's never licked me. It was almost as if she's saying her goodbyes, and anytime she squirmed around, I, got her up and I put her on mom's bed because I thought that's where she wanted to be. Uh, Normally she jumps right down. She didn't. And I knew she wanted down, so I grabbed her. She would drink a little bit of water, and then she would, eat a little and then she would pee on the floor, sadly. Um, she'd go back to the hallway. Something about those stairs, she just wanted to be there, just wobbling because I guess she couldn't make it back onto the bed anymore. And so I picked her up and I took her to my room. And I watched her the whole night, all the way up until it's time to take her to the doctor. I'm tired, I'm trying to be strong for my mom. And we found out what the problem was, you know. And one, old age, you know, but two, it turns out she had a heart murmur. I don't know too much about those things, but it was a big one from what the doctor said, and we knew that's what we had to do. Oh, the thing was that told me about finally where I was on board with taking her in to do this was my friend or mom's friend who had her before told her that one time when she had gotten fixed, she had stitches on her surgery, or stitches on her stomach, and the doctor told her she would be asleep for the rest of the night. So she went to bed. She wakes up and Polly's on her, and like just being there, nothing, not saying anything, nothing, and she's like, "Get off me" and all that, not realizing that Polly's up, and she's like, "Wait, Polly's up? Like what?" And so then she takes a closer look. She noticed that her stitches are open and like her stomach's like kind of hanging out, and she wasn't whimpering and yelling, yiping, anything like that. And so that's when our friend or mom's friend decided to told us this story, and we knew like she could have been hurting all this time or suffering for all, and we didn't even know because our dog was really good at hiding it. We're just strong as hell, and that broke my heart because if my dog was suffering, I would want to take care of it, but she showed no signs or anything like that. And I know a lot of people are sometimes uh, against putting dogs down, but this was something that really needed to happen. She was in pain, like the way she walked, everything. It was just it's so hard to explain. You would have to see it to understand this. And it was hard, and it affected me in a weird way because my grandma, she passed. Not the one that hurt herself falling down, like a different one. And I got to go to the funeral, open cats, and I saw her, and it didn't affect me at all. Seeing a dead body or whatever. But I guess seeing the life leave, it was just hard. And what made it worse was my sister. She was coming home that day or the next following day, and Polly just couldn't hold on because once we started getting closer and closer, she just got sicker and sicker. It was like she knew, and she just stopped fighting. Yeah, it was bad. It really was. And to see my dog from jumping off the bed and like not just that long ago to not want to move, and me holding her, letting me hold her, falling asleep, and her being comfortable, to all of a sudden start wheezing for air. Like we're at the place, and it just looked like a different dog. It looked like something else, and I tried not to focus on the last moments. I tried to focus on the moments I had with her, but sadly I didn't spend a lot of time with her. She was mostly mom's dog. But like when mom was gone, I was there, and I would pet her, and then she'd leave and all this stuff. And I called her a two-faced dog because when mom was gone, she loved me. Mom there, she's like, "Now get away from me. I don't need you. Like who are you? Stranger danger." You know. It's just hard. But mom was trying to apologize for me, saying I'm sorry that she couldn't be strong enough, like she couldn't help it, and I was like, "There's no need to be strong. Like we loved her. There's no need to hold back your tears for what." You know. Man, it was really difficult. I thought I could talk about my dog for hours, but I just can't. It's I'm mourning her, but it's just hard. And I realize, I don't really have all that much memories of her, except for playing with her a little bit and jumping off the bed, and trying to get her food. Oh well, there was this thing that she likes to do. It was annoying. She would literally pee or poop right next to my door. So anytime I walk out, there's like a 50-50 chance I was stepping on it, or it was annoying, and I hated it. Eventually, I was able to not just like jumped over or walked over, but and when I wasn't paying attention, man, I cleaned up my foot. I hated it. Just dropping landmines. I remember I put a towel over my door, not over my door, my floor where my door is at, because we cleaned up the hallway because our AC was broken. They needed to RA thing where they check to my door, so a towel there. And I left it there for a couple of days, and she never pooped or peed on there again. And I was like, "Are you kidding me? That's what it took." That was nuts. Yeah, guys, but I don't want to make a depressing video, whatever. So yeah, I don't know. It's just nuts and crazy. But we got her cremated, and she's with us again. Nice little cute little box. Guys. To wrap this up, I'm gonna try to do more streams, more videos tonight. Get more of a thing because I don't know when I'll be able to stream, or this might be my last stream. I don't know. So if you guys see a lot of Witcher videos or this video at some point, just know that currently right now I am doing okay. Did that thing just spawn? I guess that spawned. Okay, never mind. Hang on. Lost track. Well, I was saying. But just know, guys, that I'm doing okay. Your boy's strong. He'll be okay. If you see a bunch of Witcher videos, again, it's probably they're not normally how I do things. Like I said, is I stream on Twitch and then I upload the streams onto YouTube. Normally in the day of I do that, and then I wait like every 2-3 days. But if you start seeing like a week and then I post, or 4 days and I post, it's probably because I'm reaching the end of like saved up videos, and honestly my internet's random. And I try to do good quality videos where it's not really pixelated. I think it's 1080p that I would try to stream on all the time. Or brightness is 3000 is a magic number, so if I can get above that, that's great. But I'll settle for 3000. Anything lower than that, it just becomes pixelated, and I didn't like those videos. You could probably see a difference in some of my videos, how they were, especially with Halo and the Gears 4 videos. That you could see like what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I've been streaming like very, very rarely. I think after this I'm gonna do a Reach video on Halo Old School. It's been a while since I've done this, so also I'm thinking about changing my channel's name because King of Games 80 of King's Nation is very long, but it's catchy when you kind of do the outro or the intro, like "What up, everybody? It's your boy King of Games 80 of King's Nation." Even that's a mouthful. I kind of grooves with it. Or you say, "Until next time, this has been your boy King of Games 80 of King's Nation." It just rings off the tongue. But I might change it. I don't know what I will change it to. Royal King's Nation, or just my old gamer tag, King of Games 80. I just don't know. No, I really I have no idea what I would do. But yeah, guys, hopefully I'm gonna try doing their stream after I end this stream. If I don't, well, my internet saying you're trash and don't stream. Yeah, but I think those are the only news I have. Yeah, nothing really has came up besides that. You guys got to see my world a bit, what I'm working on. Except for one thing, which I'll probably show real quick before I leave. I've been trying to make a hanger for these ships, It's all Star Wars. That was good, guys. I might talk about Star Wars a little bit later on. But yeah, I'm making these ships. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I think this one is the Royal. This one's Peppermint. This one is Stormbreaker. This one is Ryujin, and this one is Cherry Blossom. Or Sakura, I don't know. This one doesn't have a name. This is like the standard ships, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, guys, but I got off topic. My dog. I miss my little dog. Apparently I didn't know this. When this was going on, but apparently when I come in my room, my dog would like bark or growl, letting my mom know like, hey, Jordan's up. Like she would do something differently like every time depending on who was coming out of their rooms. Like if it was my sister, I can't speak. If it was my sister, my dog would stand and just stare at the hallway. So then my mom knew, oh, it's Justice. But if it's Jason coming out of his room, she would stand up, look at the hallway, but she would wag her tail like very fast. Me, she would kind of like perk her head up, not standing up, and she would just go grr, grr, and my mom knew, oh, well, Jordan's up. You know, it was just weird that she knew which one was getting up and who. I guess she could hear us, but oh man, like it was just I don't know, guys. It was really hard to just see my dog like that. I remember when I had a girlfriend at the time. Um, Zen knows what I'm talking about. I went to Indiana with her to meet her real mom and stepdad. They loved me, and I came back. I remember leaving my dog there with my mom, and she was, black fur. I come back, and like she has this white, like fur, like around her eyes and her head, and I was like, I left you, Polly. You're a black dog. Now you're yin yang. Like, what happened? My mom's like, she's getting old. I was like, nah, my dog will never get old. We got the fountain of youth. We'll find it. Go to El Dorado, something. Find the Philosopher's Stone, and then I watched Full Metal Alchemist, and I was like, nope, we can't use the Philosopher's Stone. Oh nope, we can't do that. That's bad. That's no bueno. Not at all. We don't use that. Oh man, I remember. I used to make fun of my dog a lot, but I made fun of her with love though. It was like I don't know how to put it. You used to call her like she looked like a rat or whatever, or she looked like Timon sometimes from Timon and Pumbaa. You know, ah man. My sister was kind of rough with her. I don't know. It was just personally, I didn't think really none of us was really all that attached to my dog. Except for her mom. But I guess it's true what they really say. Like you never know what you have until you have it, or until you lose it. Yeah, it was in the equivalent exchange. You know, I never appreciated, a dog because I guess at some point I found myself, kind of upset that I wanted a dog that actually loved me and wanted, to jump on me, lick me, pet, want me to pet them, all that stuff. Because every time I go to someone else's house, dogs just love me for whatever reason. They just love me, like jumping on me. One of them tried to help my leg over and over again. I even went when I went to Indiana with my girlfriend. Even her big old dog that she had loved me. And I never test out whatever that made dogs like love me and like me. Um, on my ex's German Shepherd. I forget what dog she had. It was a big dog. Those canine, the dogs at the police use. She had one of those. And I guess she said she didn't like strangers and like she would bite them or growl like aggressively, trying to protect the family or whatever. But we never really got the chance to see how, you know, it would what would happen if I went over there, whatever, just to see, because dogs love me for whatever reason. Because that dog passed away, and when I was with my ex at that time, she was devastated, and I was there for her, but at the same time, I didn't know how to be because one, this is my first relationship. Don't figuring out the way how to be in a relationship, you know. But on top of that, to comfort someone for losing their pet, a family member I can do, but like pet I don't know because I still had mine and I never lost one before. But I saw how bad she was hurting. I always comfort her, and now I know what it's like to lose a dog. I was, man, when it happened, I wanted to reach out to a lot of people, like to how to deal with the situation, how to like whatever. But no one I think I knew really lost a dog. And if you guys haven't known, like me and my ex, we broke up on very, very bad terms. Very surprisingly, in fact, how bad terms of it was. But even I was like tempted to like email her, like, hey, how did you handle losing your dog? Because I didn't know. Like, I just didn't know like how to handle it. It's hard. You know, on top of that, dealing with a bunch of mental disabilities that sometimes affect how one feels. I had to understand, like, am I not feeling anything because of these disabilities, or is I feeling too much because of, like, I didn't know what the proper way to I guess express them or feel them. But I cried out. Make sure no one heard, obviously, but I knew, like, I don't know. I just sometimes I just don't know if I the lack of caring, because there's times I feel like I can turn off my emotions and I don't get affected, and then there's times where I do and it's overly done. That's nuts. But before any third person comes in here, I'm gonna end it because I try not to end videos or streams when people are actually watching. But since it's just me and Zan's always watching, so she doesn't really count. But we'll try doing a new stream. Hopefully playing some Halo or whatever. Alright, guys. I'll catch you guys later. It's been a long time since I said this, so hopefully I don't mess it up. This has been your boy, King of Games 80 of Kings Nation. And I'll see you guys later. Until next time, this has been your boy. I forgot how it goes. I messed it up. I thought I was good. I messed it up. How's it go? Alright, guys. Until next time, this has been your boy, King of Games 80 of Kings Nation. I'll see you guys later on the flip side. Remember to sub to me on YouTube if you like these streams. Go on YouTube to see a bunch of them. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. Okay, hit the subscribe button. Like the video. If you have problems with my videos or whatever, let me know in the comments. Positive feedback or even negative feedback. Just be respectful about it. Just let me know. Hopefully we'll get a next stream running very soon or not. It just depends on how this internet works. See you guys later. Have a fantastic